Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Marla Roberds joining us here again, our interior designer from Kissing Tree Properties. She's based out of West Fork, Arkansas. She joins us again live today on the podcast as well as the Zoomcast. So we get to see an amazing slideshow about, of course, the work she does as a designer and founder of her own company. So first and foremost, tell us a little bit about you and Kissing Tree Properties.
Okay, Kissing Tree Properties is my baby. I started it in 2017 after a long career in natural health care, running my husband's natural health care facility. It was always a dream to branch out on my own and do something more creative, more artistic, and finally had the opportunity to do that when I flipped my first house in 2017. And from there, it just picked up and snowballed into, almost 8 years later, a business of not only flipping houses, but building new construction, doing remodels and additions for private clients. And here I am.
Amazing.
That's what we did.
Well, it's exciting to have you back, and your work is beautiful. You got to check out the website, kissingtreeproperties.com. And for today, what did you want to focus on? I know you have a great presentation for us as well.
Well, I do, if I can pull it up. I'm not very good at this. I'm a typer, not a computer person. But what I did is I wanted to wrap up a couple of remodels that I had done, some living room, kitchen remodels, and then jump into some bathrooms that we had redone recently. So I'm going to see if I can track them down on my screen.
Great. No problem.
And I don't see it.
It's okay. Take your time.
Hang on just a sec.
No problem. We're excited that you're back here. And also, while she's pulling that up, if you don't mind me bragging a little about my friend here, besides, her work at the interior design company, she's also Arkansas licensed real estate agent. So she really provides that unique perspective on helping you maintain the value of your home. And from historic to contemporary, she does it all. And she really can address so many different needs of her clients. So we're excited that she's back here. And go ahead.
I got it. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of the things I wanted to bring up today is when you are working with a real estate agent and you're looking for that perfect house, sometimes you don't find that perfect house, but sometimes you find a house that can be perfect. And if you find one, like some of the pictures I'm about to show you, these are befores, please don't, this is not my work. If you find something that has really good bones and you're willing to maybe negotiate a better deal on something that obviously needs a lot of love and attention and live through or wait to move into your perfect home, remodels are always a great thing to consider. You can oftentimes factor in the cost of the new construction into your loan when you're purchasing that new home. And that way you get the home you want, not the home you sort of wanted, but it's not really, and maybe you can make it work, but it doesn't. And I've seen that happen. And, sometimes you can make it work and it's okay, but why be okay when you can have great? So this is a home that I purchased. It came on the market while I was actually building new construction right across the street. This house was built in approximately 1978, in case you couldn't tell. And it had not been updated since then. It was in such bad shape that this was the kitchen. This was the entire kitchen. And, back in the 70s, I don't know what they considered selling a house, but nowadays it's kitchens and bathrooms. And back in the 70s, a lot of the houses that I will snatch up and flip, the kitchens are almost an afterthought. They're shoved in a corner, they're out of the way, they're not very pretty, and they're hidden. So we took this, excuse me, and let's see if I can get this to move, and turn it into this.
Oh, I don't see it yet.
Okay, are you seeing any of my pictures?
No. That's why I didn't think you shared it yet. I was like, waiting. Hold on.
Oh, I did. I shared it. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you could share at any point. It's open on my end.
Okay, so that's not going to work. So let's try escaping out of this.
Yeah, click the share button again, see what's happening.
See if I can get back to share again. And I seem to have lost you completely. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I'm here, but yeah, it's still just you and I on the screen here.
Okay. And now it's not, it's not even cancel. Yeah, it's not even going back to you.
Oh,
So I mean,
no.
I can see you,
Okay. But you can't see yourself.
but I can't see myself. There I am. Okay. All right.
Good. Let's start
Hello.
again. We
Okay.
got
I
this.
hope
We
you
got
guys can
this.
edit all this because I'm going to try to make this work. And if it doesn't work, we're going to talk about something else.
Perfect.
Nope, it's not coming up on my I'm not going to be able to share it today.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's
Like I said,
okay.
I'm not very good at this.
That's all right. Is it something that I could share? Could you email to me right now and I could share my screen
Well,
just to
it's in
help
my
you
Canva
out?
files.
Or
Yeah, let me see if we can do that. Hang on just a
okay.
sec.
No problem.
Kind of random things on my screen here.
Nah, mine too. It's okay.
I should be able to share this. Is there an email I can send this to?
Yeah, I guess I'll give you my obviously my work email, but hold on. Just want to make sure this is the right one. There we go. Is it? Yes, it is, Miss Jill. Okay, tell me when you are ready.
I'm ready. I'm
Okay,
ready.
perfect. You're gonna go to EBNN remote one at gmail.com. So EBNNREMOTE one at gmail.com.
Okay, should go to you now.
Perfect. And then I'll see if I could pull that up for you, if that helps, right?
Thank
Okay, let's see.
God for editing, right?
Yeah, right? Totally. All good, all good. It happens. Let's figure this out together. Okay.
It's funny because I have it open, but I don't know why it won't share the screen.
Yeah, it happens sometimes, but thank goodness we have other ways of doing this. So come on, let's go. Open up. Come on, come on. Where's that email? I still don't have it yet. Still don't have it yet.
Is it the
Oh,
number one or the letter one? I mean, the number one L-O-N-E or spelled,
oh
or
no, it was one.
that's what I
Like
did.
one. PBNNREMOTE one at gmail.com.
No, that's what I did.
Okay, okay, it's just not here yet. I'm refreshing the screen, refresh again. And I may just check my spam. You never know, right? Things go there. So hold
Oh,
on.
true.
Nope. How did I get Bed Bath and Beyond in my spam? I didn't even subscribe to Bed Bath and Beyond. That's crazy. Okay. But no, I still don't have you, unfortunately.
See, I can see you, and I can hit share, and it's on there, but it's not. Obviously,
Recording.
you can't see it.
No, I cannot. And it's still not here. I'm refreshing my screen. So what I'm going to do next is take your email from here, and I'm going to shoot you an email quick to see if you could just respond to that, okay? Maybe that'll help us move the emails along. Test. It says test. Well, it says test R, whatever it says, doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see if you get that.
Okay.
And just make sure that's the email you sent it to because it's not coming up. Darn it.
I'm not getting your email either. Hold on. Oh, Studio One.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, I have PBNN remote one.
Yep.
Okay,
That's where the other one should have went to, but maybe reply to it with your information or just
hold
make sure that's the
on.
right email. Yes.
Hold on. Copy. I'm
Thanks.
going to copy and paste it
Okay.
into Canva.
Great. And I'll let you know when and if I get it. I should. I won't say when and if. When. I mean when.
Okay, here we go. See if you got it now.
Okay, I'm refreshing. Here we go. Perfect. So let's do this. Let me share my screen now and we'll take it from there.
Okay, and I'll just walk
Okay.
you through it and go next,
You
next.
got it. Sure. Here we go. Let's share, sweetheart. Beautiful. So we're talking before and after. Here
Yeah, I
is
wish we
your
could get a little bit
bathrooms.
better picture
Hold
of
on.
just the screen. Can you do
Let
that?
me see. Oh, no, it won't let me go into Canva.
Ah,
Oh, I have to have your email and password, I guess. Oh, no,
okay.
I don't. Do you want me to do that or?
Uh, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't have an
Yeah, because
account,
I
do
don't
I?
even, yeah. All right, well, let's try to see if I can do this better next time and we can just
Sure.
talk today.
You got it. Let's go.
I'm
Go
so
for it.
sorry. I had such
Don't.
great pictures to show
It
you.
happens.
Oh,
Don't worry.
I'm sorry. What I'll do is I'll put it into PowerPoint next time, and that way
Perfect.
maybe it'll pull up. Okay, so what we can talk about today then is elegance and luxury and how to do it on a budget.
Perfect. Let's
Um,
do it.
Several years ago, I was a contributing editor to a real estate magazine, and my section was doing flips and doing upgrades to your home. And if you don't have the money to like really do a big job, you
Yeah.
don't have to tear out walls and blow out windows and, all of those things. And there are some really simple things that you can do on a budget. I was actually having this conversation yesterday with a friend, and she was like, see, now I could do those things, but I get stuck. I don't know where to start, so I do nothing. So here's
Mm-hmm.
some things that maybe you can do to help you to create a more refreshed, updated look and spend minimum amounts of money. Now, the first thing, of course, we've talked about in the past is paint.
Yeah.
You can always paint, refresh your walls if they're scratched, if your dog's been laying in a spot and leaving that beautiful dog mark on the walls, if your kids have been crayoning on the walls, if they've been banged and knocked. Go through your house and either touch up your paint if it's not that old, or find a new fresh color. I would not recommend going into trends. I think trends are fun, but that's what they are. They're trends, which means in the
Yeah.
next few years, you're going to look at it and go, oh, this house was, done in the early 2000s, the mid
Mm-hmm.
2000s, like the ones I was going to try to show you today, the 1970s. And you can look at these and you can see what the trends were,
Mm-hmm.
and they go out of style. Try to think in terms of classic colors, classic design. So nice warm neutrals are always great. You don't have to necessarily do white kitchen cabinets. If you have kitchen cabinets that you love, and maybe they're still that cherry color or they're oak, and you don't want to paint them
Okay.
or replace your doors because it's expensive to do those things, update your hardware.
Okay.
Hardware is simple to update. It's not that expensive. You can go with cleaner, slicker lines. You can use, go with a brushed chrome, or you can do black, or you can do other things that will give your kitchen a facelift. The other thing that's great in a kitchen, if you can afford to do it, is maybe change out your backsplash. You don't necessarily have to change your entire countertop because
Good to
that can get
know.
expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But if you hate your backsplash, if you've got those teeny little glass tiles, or you've got something with fruit on it, or something that's just not quite you anymore, or maybe it never was, you can always redo your backsplash, because the backsplash, remember, goes in after your countertops do.
Yeah.
So if you remove it and keep nice clean lines along your countertop and under your cabinets, replace your backsplash. That's going to be a little bit more costly, but it's something that you can do to update without changing your entire kitchen.
Interesting.
Other things that you can do, change your lighting.
Okay.
If your light fixtures are a little ho-hum, or they're outdated, or they're catching flies, and you're constantly having to clean them because everything goes in over the top and settles in the bottom, or you don't have great lighting, consider maybe having your electrician come out and put some can lighting in for you, or some wafers to give you extra light, or multiple layers of lighting under the cabinetry. You can do that. You can change your light fixture. If you have like just an ugly light fixture hanging in your kitchen, update it.
Yep.
Excuse me, bring in something fresher, bring in something that feels more like you. So again, simple things, changing your hardware, changing your light fixtures. Maybe you paint your walls instead of your entire kitchen and your cabinets and tearing out islands. Maybe you have room for an island, but you don't have one. Maybe you can just purchase a prefabbed island
True.
online, put a
Okay.
couple bar stools in. And again, you don't have to spend a fortune doing these things. We're not talking custom cabinetry. There's plenty of companies that sell those types of things
Yep.
that'll help you freshen up your kitchen space. Same thing in your bathrooms. Change out that big giant mirror, maybe for 2 smaller mirrors overhead, or what you and I talked about in the past. One of those touch mirrors where you get all the light in the mirror, makes it a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more
Yes,
contemporary,
I
gives you
love
the
that.
options. I
I
know
also
they're
want
fun,
I want a TV in there too. I don't know how they do that like in Las Vegas. I remember
right?
years ago I went with my mom and it was and yeah, the TV's in there. I'm like, this is so cool.
TV in the bathroom. I can remember going to my sister's house and she would have her little laptop or while she's doing her makeup, she's
Yeah.
watching cooking shows and she's listening to the news. And it's like, put a TV in your bathroom. You can put it over the tub if where you're laying and facing the tub if you want to. Put it inserted into some cabinetry. You're talking about more expense at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But again, updating those things, change out your towels. Get fresh, clean towels and bath mats and little rugs for your bathroom and new hardware on your vanity, different mirrors, different light fixtures. Even if you have the ones that go over the top of your mirror, and those are fine, but look at it. When was it put in? Does it match the same ones in every other
Yeah.
bathroom in your house?
It's
If you have
like,
more than one
mm-hmm.
bathroom, maybe it's time to remove that builder grade stuff and make it a little bit more personalized. And those are great things to do. Also, not expensive. You can go to big box stores, you can get online, you can go to Amazon,
Yep.
Wayfair. All of these places have great opportunities to buy new, fresh lighting, hardware, towels, rugs. And then, of course, as you move into your bedroom and into your living room or your den space, new pillows. New
Yes.
pillow covers for your designer pillows, your decorative pillows, all 18 of them on your bed. Maybe you don't need 18 on your bed anymore. Maybe you just need one long pillow. Put up your pillows, maybe a Euro sham behind that, and then throw a blanket at the foot of the bed and kind of freshen those looks up a little bit. Those are things that you can do without spending a fortune. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
bedspreads that are beautiful for $85 on Amazon. If you look and you search or you go to LTK and you look and see what they recommend, there's a lot of designers on there, or they're influencers. They're not really all designers, but influencers that will put together a room that looks like $1 million.
Yeah.
And it's all not. I know a lot of designers don't like doing copies of other things, but if you can't afford the real thing, I don't see any reason why you can't look at something that cost a fortune and then try to find it for less someplace else. I think that's perfectly logical to be able to upgrade your look without spending a fortune. I'm not that big a snob where I go, oh no, we don't do dupes. If you can't afford the real thing, there's nothing wrong with doing a dupe and making your home or your apartment, whatever it is. I've worked with people who live in these little 1-bedroom apartments and they just want it to look beautiful and they want it to be special.
Yeah.
So we find things that look like things that they can't afford, and then bring those things in and make them feel like they have something special.
Aww.
And I think that's important to not, knock yourself out of the game completely because some designers said, we don't do dupes.
Yeah.
A lot of people do dupes and there's nothing wrong with it if they're well done.
Exactly.
And there's plenty of stores that sell those things and make it possible for somebody on a very tight budget to have a look that looks like, but isn't exactly.
I agree. There's a lot. I have a girlfriend that does that. She gets like the best deals from the dollar store, Home Goods. She does everything on a dime and a budget, but her house looks like it's like a hotel, like a 5-star. I'm like, what? When she tells me how much she pays, she's like, I don't buy anything expensive. Like she's got that knack for finding those deals. And so it's possible.
It is. Those deals are out there, and sometimes you can find the real thing on sale. The big holidays, we just had one that passed. Anytime those big holidays are coming up, a lot of these stores and design stores are looking to move out the old stuff to bring in the new stuff. Well, that
Yeah.
old stuff is still going to be in people's homes over the next 5, 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's something small, if it's something special, oftentimes you can find great tiles
Yep.
on sale, like mega sale. I've gotten $12 a square foot tiles for $2.50, $3 a square foot on some of the more expensive tile
Wow.
shops because they don't have a lot left. But if you're redoing a backsplash in the kitchen, how much tile do you really need? I mean, unless
Yeah.
you have an enormous kitchen, in which place you're probably not looking for deals anyway.
Yeah.
But if you have a small kitchen or a small pantry area and you want to make a coffee station out of it, you can find remnants. You can find tiles on sale.
Mm-hmm.
You can find quartz remnants. If you go to your stores, your local stores that carry those things, like a store that sells marble and quartz and granite countertops, they oftentimes have remnants.
Yep.
And sometimes all you need is that. You need just enough small piece to be able to put behind your range or put on a small countertop or on a small island. Butcher block is another great option for an inexpensive way to upgrade. You can stain it, you can seal it. It patinas beautifully with time because you're cutting on it and
Yep.
you're spilling the wine on it. But there's something
Uh-huh.
about all of that that actually makes it look, I don't know, kind of a European feel, makes it look lived in and warm. And those are important things to think about. You know, there's so many options. Where was I? I was at Lowe's the other day buying appliances for this new build that we're doing.
Love those. Mm-hmm.
Over the holiday, got an incredible deal because everything was on sale.
Yay!
And I was looking at their butcher block because I want to maybe use that in the laundry room on the folding table. You don't have to spend a fortune to, you know, do a laundry room and put quartz or quartzite. Butcher block is a great alternative because it's clean and it's a great place to, you know, you're folding laundry, you know, and it warms up the room and it maybe makes it fun. And they had herringbone pieces of butcher block that were, you know, 6 feet long, or maybe they were 8 and, you know, deep enough to go over a cabinet. Like if you have a bank of cabinets, they were like $269. And then you buy a container of the sealant that goes on it for about $6, and you've got beautiful butcher block. So you
Wow.
don't have to spend a fortune. There's a lot of other stores where you can get it as well. So those are some things that you can do without killing yourself, killing your budget, that will help you feel like you've brought your house into the 21st century.
Yeah.
And some of these that I do are from the 19th century. They
It's
really
so
need
funny.
help. They
Yes.
really need help. And, you know, like that one that I wanted to show you, and hopefully I will be able to get to that next week. And the
Perfect. I would
houses from
love
the,
to see it.
yeah, houses from the 70s. I mean, I don't know what people were thinking, but I suppose kitchens and bathrooms weren't selling points back then. I guess it was all about the living room, the family room, and lots of grates in the windows and entryways with little parquet floors. And, you know, those were things that were important. I remember my mom doing that, and she
Yeah.
put Armstrong linoleum floor in the entryway, and it had the little gold pattern in it, and it was very fancy. And it was
Um,
those were the things that were important because nobody ever saw what we would call back of house. People didn't go
mhm.
into your kitchen back then. Living wasn't in the kitchen, living was in the living room and the dining room. That's where your guests stayed. They would have never gone into your kitchen, you know, or your laundry room or any of the spaces that we use now to entertain.
Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, we're out of time, Marla, and I'm sorry we have a little bit of a shorter show because the
That's
technical
okay.
errors, but I want everyone to reach out to you. Let's promote next week when we get the screen shared again. What are you going to show us next week?
Next week, hopefully, I'll be able to show you some before and afters of some remodels that I have done from older homes from the 70s, and then some finish up kind of bathroom, living room, kitchen, family areas, and then kind of move into some bathrooms that we've done
Sure.
and show you some of those before and afters too.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Remind us how we can reach out to you, please.
Okay, I'm at kissingtreeproperties.com. I can be reached at 479-790-9923. Texts are great. That way I know who you are and what you're doing. You can find me on house.com under House Pro. Just type in Kissing Tree Properties LLC. You can see my work there and contact me directly through that.
Perfect. Thank you so much. You have a fantastic
Jill.
day and looking forward to next week sharing that screen. Thank you so
I
much,
hope
Marla.
so.
We will. Bye,
Thank you.
honey.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcasts on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.